Let me piece yourself back together now. What's your vision?
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 16 of Rags to Riches. Now, today, before we get into the fixtures that we've played since the last live com, I've got to tell you that I've turned down job opportunities from, or interviews I should say, from Aldershot, Cheltenham Town, East Fife and Berwick Rangers. They have no interest in me because this is the aim of Rags to Riches. It's to take Blyth Spartans to the very top. Anyway, moving on, we have been trying to sign one player, but he got a little bit greedy and was demanding around £750 per week. And as you know, most of my players are on part-time contracts, earning around £200 at most per week. Some of them are on non-contract, only getting paid per appearance. Now, this guy looks good, but he simply won't drop his money wage that he wants to around £350-400, which I was prepared to pay him. But we will move on. I will show you who he is and show you what he's like, because stat-wise, he does look a few steps above our level. Now this is he, a former player of NAC Breda, Den Bosch and more recently Shrewsbury and Barrow. He's 29 years old, he's from New Zealand, he's an international, 19 caps, 5-star current ability. He is available on a free transfer. He's wanted by a few clubs, which I'm not actually sure who they are. I'll just check who I was competing with. Slavia Sofia, Bury, Montana and Tivka. Probably clubs we couldn't compete with, so I'm surprised he was interested in coming to us if I would give him the money that he would want. He plays as a central midfielder and he's got great attributes in every aspect of his game. 9 pros, 4 cons, and he wants an estimated value between 625 and 1k. And it was around 750 he wanted, but he wouldn't accept the 400 or near 400 that I could offer. His attributes, as you can see, in all areas are pretty fantastic for my level, so I guess he's probably just right demanding that much money to drop down to such a level. Anyhow, we move on. Benjamin van den Broek will not be joining Blyth Spartans. So no messing around today, guys. We're not going to go deep into any of the games like we usually do. Today, we will get through them and get on to the big clash against Nuneaton at home. Okay, so we played Ossett Albion in the FA Trophy, qualifying third round, and we beat them. They scored late on, but we did manage to beat them in extra time. Gareth Swan getting our goal in that game. Then we played Worcester at home, and Matty Wolfenden got a hat-trick. Gareth Swan also getting a late goal. Then we played Kings Lynn at home, took them to extra time, and I found it bizarre how it went to extra time as it was a draw, but there was no penalties and it went to a replay. I did find that rather bizarre. Maybe I just didn't know the rules beforehand. Robert Dale, Dan Maguire, who has come back from his long-term injury of 3 months out. I'm glad he's back and hopefully he can start scoring goals. Ben Blackman also getting a goal in that game. And regards to Ben Blackman, he has recently signed a full-term contract. He's now 17 years old. He's tied to the club till he is 2019 and hopefully he will progress. His attributes are improving. He's a real good player. 3 goals in 17 games and 6 assists from attacking midfield right. Probably our second shining light in terms of young players. We then played Kings Lynn again in the replay and lost 5-3 in the FA Trophy. Disappointing to lose to them, go out of the cup. I really thought we could do well in because they are not the best of teams. Dan Maguire getting the double and Ben Blackman getting another goal in that game. Now here comes the most disappointing result of the season. 4-0 loss away to Solihull Moors, and now I'm thinking, okay, we're going to go on a bad run. Very disappointing. 4-0, we got absolutely battered and bruised all over the pitch. Then we went a home match against Matlock. We won 4-2. Matlock actually went down to 9 men. Matty Wolfenden getting a goal, Michael Richardson getting his first couple of goals of the season, and Gareth Swan, of course, on the score sheet. We then lost 3-1. Of course we lost 3-1 against Ilkeston because they are our bogey team ever since day one in this series. We just can't beat them, although they're not that great. Ben Blackman getting the goal in that game, and we have just played Hednesford and we beat them 4-2. We were 4 goals to the good. After 46 minutes, Matt Wolfenden backfiring, back in amongst the goals after a disappointing early part of the campaign. 4 goals for Wolfie, I've put him back up front and he's got 12 goals for the season now. He was very, very poor early on in the season, but he's back in amongst them just in time for this clash against the big boys and those who were leading the league for a long, long time, Nuneaton. Let's check the league table, see how it sits prior to this big crunch match. So here is the league table just over halfway through. Now remember guys, if you don't know, we are media predicted to finish 14th and our board want us to finish mid-table after coming up to this league via the playoffs last season. Now, we're overachieving, that is a fact. We are sitting in 3rd position. We're well clear of 6th place Alfreton, who are currently got 37 points. So we're 4 points clear of them and we have a game in hand on them. Our aim now, personally, is to get into the playoffs. We are definitely going to achieve that mid-table that they wanted us to get. So, 3 points behind the league leaders Brackley, who recently took the lead because Nuneaton's form in the last 5 games has been pretty poor. We're level with Nuneaton, we're about to play them, and whoever wins this game will take 2nd spot and be behind Brackley on goal difference. Now, I did say playoffs is what we are aiming for now, but the title is not out of our reach, not by a long shot. 19 games to go, we've been up here all season. This is on, guys. This is on. I'd be delighted to get the playoffs, but we're going for that title, of course we are. We have won 13 out of 23, drew 2, lost 8 games, scored 37 goals, and conceded 31. We've got 41 points. So somebody requested recently that you see my balance. Now it's not going too good. I guess we're paying a lot of wage and a lot of price for the success, I guess, that we've had so far. £119,000 in the red. We're not going great money in money terms, but we are getting the rewards on the pitch for what we played out. Remember guys, the money spent on Matt Wolfenden, 20 grand, is a lot, and there's a couple of players on bigger wages than they should be. But I'm trying to get instant success here. This is the reason why. So hopefully, over the next season or so, we can get this right down. So here, before we play the game against Nuneaton, is a little summary of what we've done this season. We've scored 37 goals in total. That's the 6th highest in the league. 31 goals conceded. That's the 7th best in the league. 24 yellow cards, that's the 5th highest, but we have had no red cards, and we didn't have any red cards last season, so we're joint with a lot of teams on that. 507 attendance is the average, 14th highest. Gareth Swan is the top goal scorer with 13 goals from me. Now he is the 2nd top goal scorer currently in the league behind Sam Smith, formerly of Rushden and Diamonds. Jordan Storey is 2nd highest in the league, and our best average rating in terms of performance with a 7.23. Matty Wolfenden and Ben Blackman got 6 assists each. Best pass completion is Brendan Pearson, but he is instructed to play it short and to the fullbacks so he doesn't kick it long, wide and not at all. Handsome man of the match, 4 for Wolfie, and the most yellow cards is to Jordan Watson. Now just before we get into the game, again I keep talking about this guy, signed from Harrogate for £5,000. He's played 20 games in total for me, scoring 12 goals. He played 3 games for Harrogate and scored 1 goal. And he's got 7.09 average. He is phenomenal. And if you notice there, his finishing in the last episode that I showed you, he had 13 for finishing. It has improved and he is being tutored. And his current ability has went up by half a star. I am delighted with this guy. He is unbelievable. As you can see, in total this season, 12 starts, 15 substitute appearances, 14 goals, 5 assists and a 7.09 average. For 16, I'm just a little bit worried that he's going to get nicked off me because I can't currently offer him a contract because he is a young youth player. Right, Nuneaton, it's time for a top of the table clash. So the bookies make us favourites for this big crunch game. Now, we are lining up against a flat 4-4-2. We play in our squad: Brendan Pearson in goals, Alex Nicholson right back, central defenders Connor Nurse Roberts and Danny Parker. At left back, Jerome Wright, because Jordan Watson is suspended for his 10th booking of the season. Centre mid, Michael Richardson, Stephen Turnbull. On the width players are Danny Hawkins, Robert Dale, Matt Wolfenden and Gareth Swan up front. On the bench, Josh Howe, Nathan Turner, Sean Longstaff, Ben Blackman and Dan the Machine Maguire, who comes back from injury recently. Few changes for our team in this match, but that is really due to suspensions, little niggles here and there, and a change in personnel really. Hopefully Jerome Wright at left back can have a better game than his only game for the club so far, which is a 5.2 against Chase Town in the FA Cup. Wolfenden puts an early shot after 30 seconds over the bar and comes to nothing. Kelly Evans, Barton, intercepted, no, Williams is through. Williams, and a good save by Pearson. Puts it in. Whitehouse on the edge of the area for Nuneaton. This is a big crunch match. Nuneaton were leading the way almost the full season, but recently got taken over by Brackley. Swan, Wolfie, Hawkins, subject of bids recently, and he turned them down. I think Rushall was one of them. Williams. We've got a big squad now. A lot of players on non-contract, so we can release them at any time. But we do have hell of a big squad, and a lot of them are getting unhappy, not even getting on the bench for me. Barton. Kelly Evans puts it wide. As you know, our Livecom games have not been too successful recently. We did, of course, win in the playoff final, eventually getting promotion after the heartbreak of missing out on the league title after a 2-goal lead. Swan takes a shot and puts it wide. 16-year-old, this is probably the biggest game he has played in. 51 to 49% possession, only one shot on target out of the 4 in total by both teams. 17 minutes into the game. Placid puts a first time ball in, picked up by Dale. Dale tries to play a worldie but gets caught out by Hone. Barton through to Deeney. Pulls it back to Whitehouse, and Whitehouse puts it wide on the left hand side. Comes to nothing. Not a lot happening so far. Pearson, Nicholson, Hawkins, Turnbull, Swan, played forward to Wolfie. Wolfie's in, and he puts it straight into the hands of Nicklin. It was a decent chance from Wolfie, but he couldn't bury it this time. Of course, as you know, in the last match, 4 goals in 46 minutes, hot on form. And as we talk, Matt Wolfenden has just come off injured. Potential knee injury that could potentially be very bad. A straight swap for the machine Dan Maguire, who himself has recently come back from injury. Big blow, getting Wolfie injured. We're currently in January, but obviously we can sign free agents at any time, so we do have reserve players in Andre Johnson, who's pretty decent, and Jason Blackburn, both pretty decent. But we'll see if we can find better if that injury to Wolfie is long term. Hits the bar, a good chance for Nuneaton, and it gets cleared away. Nicholson with a throw. Richardson back in the squad just now after recently complaining. He's now been getting a few starts. Scored twice recently in a match. Placid, Morgan, Barton puts it over. 37 minutes gone here at Croft Park. The relayed pitch this season after I requested it. Williams is in, and a good block there from our central defender. Placid to make the corner. Puts it in, and Richardson puts it straight back to Placid. And it's gone out for a throw-in. 4 minutes to go till half time. Not a great deal happening in terms of clear-cut chances. 1 in total from either side. Byrne played it forward to Barton. He looked a shade offside there, and Barton has put the ball over. He looked a little bit offside there. I was a little bit suspicious. Right. I'm going to take Wright off. He's just looking exhausted. I'm going to put Alex Nicholson at left back and Nathan Turner coming on at right back. We can still win this, boys. I'm going to take off highly structured and put it to flexible. And around the hour mark, we might make some more changes in terms of instructions and maybe one more change for personnel. A draw wouldn't be a bad result here. It would be okay. Because Nuneaton, make no mistakes about it, they will be up there come the end of the season. Turnbull, Dale, Morgan, Plays it forward to Barton in the centre circle. Plays it out wide to Whitehouse, the number 9 with plenty of space. Pulls it into Morgan. Barton. Williams. And Williams puts it wide. There's a lot of long shots here, restricted to long shots. There's not a lot getting close to the goalkeeper or the goals themselves. Turnbull with a free kick. Maguire, and a half chance from Maguire there. And it comes to nothing. 58 minutes gone. Brian Barton offside. We're going to make our final sub. In terms of personnel, it's the youngster Ben Blackman coming on for Danny Hawkins. Struggled this season as Danny Hawkins. He did get that 6-month injury last season, which might have affected him. So a little bit of a team talk here to the guys. Tell them to push forward. Nuneaton with the ball in the left-hand area of the park. A free kick from Whitehouse, a way to be swung in, and Turnbull clears it. Placid on the edge of the area. Back to Byrne. Back to Placid. Is he going to look to swing one in? He is. Williams is there. Is he going to pull one in? And he is, and it's Barton. Brian Barton has put Nuneaton 1-0 up against Blyth Spartans, and again, it looks like we're going to have an absolute nightmare when it comes to the live comms. Big clash here for big players to step up. Williams gets the cross in. Pulls it back. 2 men on Barton. They both look at the ball. Eyes on the ball. None of them have a clue where Barton is. And he leaps back and puts it in. Turnbull. Richardson. Maguire through. Oh, Maguire's offside. I didn't even realise. Okay, so we're going to make some instruction changes here. 15 minutes to go. Overload, route 1, take more risks, and hit crosses early. Hopefully this route 1 football can catch them out and we can get an equaliser. We've lost the worst teams, but this was a big match, a real big chance for us. Deeney. Morgan, Byrne, Hone, Williams, the number 10. Morgan. Loads of space for Placid on the right hand side. Richardson knocks it back and Byrne collects it. Morgan, Williams, Isaac. Isaac puts it wide now. 10 minutes to go. We've created nothing in this game. 4 shots the whole game. We only had 1 on target. 0 clear-cut chances. Williams is through, and a save by Pearson might keep us in it for the last 7 minutes. Maguire plays it through, but it's too hard, and the goalkeeper, Nicklin, is going to pick the ball up. 6 minutes to go at Croft Park. Blyth Spartans 0, Nuneaton 1. Whitehouse, Deeney, Morgan, Byrne. I've been talking about Nuneaton more than I have done my own team, which tells you how it's going to go. Isaac is through, and Roberts Nurse intercept. 4 minutes to go. Can we carve out 1 chance? Isaac goes out for a Nuneaton Town corner. Placid to swing it in. Pearson collects it. Should be looking to distribute that to the full-backs as instructed, and we are in the 90th minute. 2 minutes to be added on, and there it goes, and it's going to fizzle out. To another live-com defeat, unfortunately. It seems to be the thing. I think we've only won one, and that was the playoff final. If my memory serves me right. I always try to choose the big games, such as this. Nuneaton were both at the very top. I'm pretty pissed off with that, because we were favourites to win that match. And that was a big chance. Fuck you, all demotivated. Okay, so here it goes. That loss to Nuneaton has put us down to 5th place in the league. But we have a game in hand over Ilkeston and Brackley. So should we win our game in hand, we might be able to push ourselves up the table. let's have a look and see which match we'll come back to for the next live com. So that loss there sees us now lost 4 matches in the last 6, winning the other 2. Draws are not coming by very often in this season so far. So next up we got Chorley at home, then a double away match against Halifax and Gisley before a crunch match at the top versus Brackley, Corby Town at home, North Ferriby at home, Boston away. But the match we will come back to next on the 25th of February, the week prior to the youth regen intake, which of course I will show you again, guys, is Leamington at home. Leamington currently sitting in 8th position, so might be a tricky match. We will come back for the next live com, Leamington at home. Thank you very much, guys, for checking out this episode of Rags to Riches. I'll see you again soon. You're the managers, so am I, and we're taking Blyth to the very top. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you again soon.